Hello, my name is Paul Henry, Security and Forensic Analyst at Lumention. Welcome to our Patch Tuesday update for July 2009. With this month's Patch Tuesday, web browsers are clearly a focus of IT professionals, with nearly every popular web browser, that would include Microsoft, Apple, Mozilla, and even Google, requiring some form of immediate attention, leaving IT departments scrambling to either install a patch or a workaround to deal with potentially significant issues. Let's look at Microsoft for this Patch Tuesday. We start with MS-09-029. This resolves two issues in the embedded OpenType font engine that could allow remote code execution and allow a malicious person to take complete control of an affected system remotely. MS-09-28 resolves three issues in Microsoft Direct Show that could allow remote code execution and allow a malicious person to take complete control again of an affected system remotely. MS-09-032. This resolves the ActiveX control issues currently being exploited in the wild. The issue can allow a malicious person to craft a drive-by hacking malware page with an ActiveX control that can permit remote code execution. Priorities should be to address Microsoft's three critical issues, MS-09-28, MS-09-29, and MS-09-32 first. These three critical issues carry an exploitability index of 1, meaning consistent exploit code is likely. Additionally, all three patches impact all Windows platforms and require a restart. Beyond the critical issues, of course, the next priority would be those important issues released by Microsoft. This would include MS-09-30, 31, and 33 for those organizations utilizing the respective impacted software. Now, looking at other widely distributed software, several popular vendors have released important patches during the current Patch Tuesday period that will add to overall workload. As an example, VMware has released patches for ESX service control. Adobe has released a patch for a potential Cold Fusion 8 input sanitization issue. Apple has released a patch for two issues with WebKit in the Safari browser. With more iPhones connected to the enterprise network today, they should become part of your risk mitigation procedures. Apple recently released a patch for an SMS issue in the iPhone that could potentially facilitate the execution of arbitrary code. Apple also released a patch for 24 security issues in Java. Red Hat has released over 20 patches in Enterprise Linux since the previous Patch Tuesday period. Ubuntu Linux has released over 17 patches addressing several issues since the prior Patch Tuesday period, and Novell SUSE Linux has released 18 patches that handle over 50 issues since the last Patch Tuesday period. Mozilla just today released a new Day Zero alert on a vulnerability for the Firefox browser. Beyond that, they just recently released a new set of patches. These will be the first patches for Firefox 3.5 to handle issues that were not fixed before the browser shipped just weeks ago. Now, other noteworthy flaw remediation news this Patch Tuesday. The news over the past few weeks of the resurgence of the MyDoom worm, which, as it spread, launched distributed denial of service attacks against South Korean and American websites, really highlights that while becoming infected with malware is a problem in itself, when it occurs, you can very well become a problem for someone else. It again raises the question of third-party liability when an irresponsible party does not properly secure their systems and they are used in an attack against a third party. While most security experts quickly recognized that the issue of the DDoS attacks was from the resurgence of the old MyDoom worm and was a script kiddie level attack, it could have easily become a major international incident. Others, not within the technical community, like Representative Peter Hoekstra from Michigan, the leading Republican on the House Intelligence Committee, had publicly stated that the U.S. should conduct a show of force or strength against North Korea for their supposed role in a round of attacks that hit numerous government and commercial websites. Now, the resurgence of MyDoom really drives home the point that the days of signature-based defenses like traditional AV and IPS are quickly waning. The bad guys simply make minor changes to old malware and it easily slips right through our best defenses. The need is rapidly growing for the transition to application control whitelisting, sooner rather than later. which would simply deny any undesirable program the right to execute if it is not explicitly permitted by policy. This concludes our Patch Tuesday update for July 2009. Thank you for listening.